Welcome back, folks. My name's Shane. I've got a follow-up video to my review of the Hagerman valve here. So this is an always-on real tube pedal. We're going to be running it into the PV Bandit back here, mic'd up with an AEA N22 ribbon microphone. Now, if you want my full review and dedicated review of this, I'll link it up in the cards and you can watch it after or before this video, whatever you like. But I thought I'd start bringing back the follow-up videos because if you went out and bought this, you might be wondering, how does it stack with other pedals? So that's what this video is all about. I've got myself the little Ibanez tube screamer here. This is the Tamura Mod one. So it's very similar to a traditional tube screamer. And I've got a Klon style pedal from the folks at Anasounds, which is the Ego Driver. Now, both of these pedals will give you excellent tones when it comes to stacking into an amplifier. So the whole idea of this is to see whether or not they stack well into an always on pedal like this. We'll talk about the noise floor at the end of this video. And then we're also going to do a bit of a jam track, but I'll save that till after I've experimented around with these. So let's get into it. All right, sounds pretty great. Now I've set up the tube screamer with the gain down and the tone and volume at about 12. That's great. It really does stack well. It feels like I'm running a tube screamer into a tube amp, even though I'm plugged into the Bandit over here. So that's great. Even though the Bandit's got a great tone, it still feels different having the Hagerman pedal on, or Hagerman, I should say. Anyway, have a listen to this. This is the Hagerman on its own. Again, it stacks beautifully. So it's definitely got more of that sort of classic mid-hum thing, whereas the Ego Driver gives you more tops, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and adjust some of the settings here. I'll put the gain on both pedals up to 12 o'clock. I'll just back the volume off a hair on both, maybe just a little bit more tone. And actually on the Hagerman pedal here, I'll just turn the drive up a little bit more. So let's give this a go. We'll go to bridge pickup this time. Both of these pedals kind of retain the overall tone, which is great. Even though the tube screamer is boosting up different frequencies to the Klon, it's got a bit more of a sort of thicker mid-range, a little less treble. It still sounds like the starting tone, which is great. I think I'm more partial to the Anasounds Ego Driver than I am with the tube screamer going into this, but if I was just to set it up for my particular sound, I'd probably back the drive off on the tube screamer, a little bit more treble, a little bit more volume, and I reckon I can get a pretty similar sound. So there you go. The whole purpose of this video is to see whether or not the Hagerman valve pedal stacks well with other pedals hitting the front end, and the answer is yes. There's a super low noise floor with this pedal. I didn't hear any extra noise coming through my signal chain with any of these on. That's crazy. So yeah, even with the added gain and added volume, I can hear a slight volume boost coming out of the amp in terms of just the white noise, but nothing in terms of just buzz, crackle, or anything like that. Not all pedals stack well together, so if you're on the fence thinking about the Hagerman to add to your signal chain, if you've got a tube screamer or Klon style pedal, it shouldn't be a problem. Let's get into the jam track.